Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Nan, Jilly, and John, my husband, here on our Surviving and Thriving the Coronavirus Challenge course. So, today we're going to work on some relationship skills. This is active listening with validation. So, the active listening tool, just to reiterate, is where one person is going to be the speaker and the other person's going to be the listener. Today, I'm going to take a session and John's going to listen to me. He's going to treat what I say as these pearls, like he's going to give them back to me, valuing what I say without listening to have any particular agenda. It's not about trying to get me in a better mood, although that would be nice at the end of it. It's about tolerating my feelings and his feelings and our feelings. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to take a session and John's going to listen. He's going to hear me talk about what's on my mind, what's in my body, and what my emotional weather is. Trigger warning, I'm going to talk about feelings. If this is something that is going to trigger you, just take some big, deep breaths, as I will, and John will as well, since this is a time of lots of triggers. And then after I get done, he's going to validate me by hearing what I've said and then imagining how I might be feeling. He's going to check that out with me. Okay. So you always start with getting permission to take a session. So John, do you have the space to listen to me?
Yes, I do.
So I'm going to take a session. What goes on in session stays in session. We don't use it outside of the session. And ideally at home, you would set a timer so that you have a little container of maybe 10 minutes in the beginning, just so you know that you have a time limit to it. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to start with what's on my mind. What's on my mind is a gazillion things. I'm thinking about watching the news this morning.
Right.
And when I think about watching the news in this morning, what goes in my body is like a pit in my stomach. It was very distressing. So my emotional weather when I think about that is kind of sad and a bit angry about what I saw on television. And I won't go into detail, but I will say that what I found, it was distressing.
Wow. Is there more?
Well, you might want to backtrack what I said.
Well, what I hear you saying is that you watched the news this morning and you're sad and distressed by what you saw. And that's affecting the way you feel.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was feeling kind of sad. Now I feel better because I feel like I am doing something proactive.
Okay. So what I hear you saying is that you're feeling a little bit better than this morning
Mm-hmm.
because of the activities that you took up after watching television.
Yeah. And when we did this morning a FaceTime session with our grandsons and kids, that was evocative. I felt myself tear up when I was watching that. I felt my missing them, and I felt in my body as I talk about it now, kind of like in my chest, a little bit of tightness. And I've noticed that I've had a lot of pressure behind my eyes, like the teary feeling.
So when you spoke this morning to the grandkids, it was a good experience, and it makes you feel your emotions, and you're even feeling them right now.
That's correct.
Good.
Yeah.
Is there more?
I really appreciate that you and I had this tool for so many years, because I feel like it made a huge difference in our ability to connect and feel connected. And I appreciate, seeing you looking at me, and I just felt my body do this big sigh.
Oh, good. So how are you feeling now?
A little lighter. I feel a little lighter. Yeah.
Is there more still?
Well, there's always more, but I'm looking forward to taking a very long walk with you today.
Ah, great. Me too.
Okay.
Okay.
So based on how I was expressing, what do you imagine that I was feeling? Just a little bit more for our viewers.
Sure. Well, based on what you were telling me, I imagine you're feeling a little sad.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine you're missing the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine you're looking forward to our walk together. Mm-hmm. I imagine you feel a little teary and a little emotional, a little sad, a little angry.
And the anger is when I see on the news people responding in ways that I interpret as being very selfish, like people not realizing. But I want to focus on the vast majority of people are really good. They care about each other. They're stepping in. They're doing good things.
It's true. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So what I hear you saying is that your television viewing is something you need to be a little bit more aware of.
Well, that went a little beyond what I actually said, but you're absolutely right. So that's sort of the format. We didn't keep to a very strict one because John and I have been doing this for years. When you're trying this out at home, you keep the sound bites little and you try and get everything back that your partner said. Remember, John and I have been doing this for like 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
And there have been times in our marriage when we've been struggling, you know, as people, as you do in marriage, as people and as partners. This tool made all the difference because we were able to really feel what we're feeling and what the other person is feeling. And really, you know, what I train clients in boils down to tolerating their feelings and their partner's feelings without trying to argue them out of them, fix them, just listening so that we can tolerate our feelings. They peak and they release, and then we can be more present, right, Jill? So thanks for joining us. It was great to have a session, and I am going to go take a really nice long walk, get that sunshine into my eyeballs, to my hypothalamus, which is what moderates all of our moods, food, eating, sleeping, sex, you name it, the hypothalamus is in charge of it. So see you next time. Thank you very much for